My name's Peter Saaremets.
And I'm Claire Webster Saaremets.
And we're here to talk about tours of people's homes because we're doing one.
If you come to Lost Dogs, Lumps and Lodges, you will enter a world of what feel like quite amazing stories, but they're actually all very real. Every single story is a real story that's actually happened in this house. We have lost dogs, we have encountered lumps in our bodies and survived, and we've had various lodges, but we've also had lots of other stories as well, which you'd find out on the graveyard trail. And as well as actually encountering these stories, you'd also get a sense of what it's like for two people to live together and eat lots of curry.
Which can be pleasant for one person and very unpleasant for another from time to time.
I think there's something about wanting to draw people into our world that sort of maybe gives them a little bit of an unusual encounter, and yet it's actually a very everyday setting. So you've encountered a cat jumping on your knee perhaps, or a mad dog running past, and that is normality for us. But also you might encounter tales that are very much more to do with how we connect in as human beings, tales of people or things that have died, or people that have survived, nutters we've encountered.
Yeah, or people falling asleep at drum kits because they're drunk, or
dogs being hit by cars and surviving.
Absolutely.
You can come to this tour of people's home at any odd hour in a 24-hour period. So you could come at 7 o'clock, which is just about tea time.
9 o'clock.
Then you come at 11 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the morning.
3 in the morning, 5 in the morning and 7 in the morning. Now your energy levels might be a little bit different. You might be a bit pissed, you might be a bit sort of shattered, you might be full of it. Where we'll be at, we do not know. We might have grabbed half an hour's sleep, we might be shattered, we might sit and tell you the stories like this, or we might actually be really more sort of like just aware of the neighbours being asleep, but we've still got lots of energy, but we have to whisper it. So we want to play with that energy level, and then it carries on through the day. So as well as going right through the night, we then carry on through 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock during the day. So I wonder what your energy will be like, and I wonder what ours will be like, and what difference will that make to the tour.
But the reason for listening to people's personal histories is because people are inherently interesting. So, you know, of course, I think I've led an interesting life because I've led it and nobody else's. However, you know, I think if you took somebody off the street, you would find really interesting things about their lives, or really traumatic things they've gone through, or really deep things, you know, loves that they'd had in their life, whether that was of people or whether it was of things that they loved doing. You know, I think humans are weird and wonderful, and it's about uncovering the weird and wonderful about people.
And I think that's the thing, it's a tour about our stories, but they're not exclusive to us. What we're hoping is that the tourists will actually engage themselves, and maybe there's something about the fact that that particular medical story might speak very deeply to something in their life, or actually having such a passion and a love for something has ignited something perhaps within themselves. And so we're looking for connections, really. So we're going to take you out on part of the tour now to the graveyard trail. This is where we have 9 animals buried in the garden.
This is where, if you decided not to do the graveside, then you come in here to do the fireside fables.
So if you come up the stairs and take a seat for a minute, just here, you'll be fine.
So here I am, part of the fixtures and fittings.
Don't worry, I've nearly finished. It's just, no, I'll go somewhere else.
This is my jazz guitar.
I can't speak to anybody for a whole week.
I shouted, "Alex!" At which point he sat up, still playing his drums.
I was absolutely gutted, and I spent all night wondering what on earth I was going to do.